Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
So Bob Arum spoke on Teofimo Lopez, but first his manager spoke. Shout out to my brother for sending this to me. Sean, and he sent this to me where Keith Conley is his co-manager, whatever. These motherfuckers have multiple managers. These fighters so broke. They paying everybody. And Keith Conley said that they keep it's confidential. T.O. won't be fighting in August. Thank you, Turkey Ala Sheik. They just want to make sure that T.O.'s 100% mentally. Look here, ain't nothing wrong with that fool, man. Some people just born to be fuck ups. It's just as simple as that. Some people just born to mess it up. Sometimes, something is so easy, it's just too easy. He just a mess up. Nothing more than that. He picked a woman that he married extremely fast. His parents said not to be with her, married her, had a baby, she left. If you ever really wanted to know where you stand at with a woman, as soon as you have a baby and she leave, you was never nothing to her. Let me say that again. If you ever wanted to know where you stand and you ignored all the other signs, you have a baby and she dipped, or you have a baby and y'all married and she start withholding sex, she never liked you. Get out of there. You might as well cut your losses, right? And he's just a goofball. He's just a cornball. There's nothing mentally wrong with T.O., bro. Ain't nothing wrong with T.O. He is just a fuck up. He's like Jesse Pinkman, or what's his name, Pinkman from Breaking Bad. Some people just born to mess up, and that's him. The father can't do nothing with him. The mother can't do nothing for him. The sisters can't do nothing for him. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He, like, most of these fighters today don't want to challenge themselves. And that's a fact. They don't want to challenge themselves. They scared to lose. He lost already. He's scared to lose again. Ain't nothing to it, man. You saw Hagler lose. You seen, Trevor Farmer lost like several of his beginning fights. He still went on to become a world champion. What are we talking about? Lucas Matias never won a real world championship, but he fought a lot of great fighters. I just don't like the whole mental health thing. Like, ain't nothing mentally wrong with that loser, bro. He's just a loser in the mind. And, he just feel like he deserved this, man. Like I said, we all can feel like we deserve something. We all feel like we put the work in. We deserve this and we deserve that. A lot of times God won't give it to you when you think you deserve it. And he gives it to you when you're ready for it. A lot of times when you least expect it. A lot of people that receive things that they're not ready for, it destroys them, Think about Mike Tyson. He had everything. He had the world in his hand. He was the one of the biggest names at the time, back when Hollywood was about talent. When you start talking about, at some point, his name was bigger than Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson, arguably. And he said the best thing that happened for him, well, I ain't gonna say the best. He said the time he had the most peace when he was sitting in prison. When he was sitting in prison, that's when he lost it all. And got it back and seemed to be happy right now. Had to lose over and over again. You didn't be ready for it. Bernard Hopkins had to wait his turn. He seen Roy get celebrated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he seen Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, George Foreman come back and get celebrated. Think about it. He seen Lennox come and go. The shit is crazy. He seen Lennox come and go. He seen, I got the damn microphone here. I believe y'all still can hear me though. He seen a lot of guys. As long as this motherfucker, he seen a lot of guys come and go. Mayweather, he seen Mayweather come and then get flowers. He seen Pacquiao come lose, come and get flowers. You understand how many people that Lennox, that Bernard seen come and go? He seen Winky fail and get it and get his love. And he did. I feel like he robbed Winky, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? You like just think about Bernard's story. It's crazy. He went to prison, lost his professional debut at 68, went to 60, lost his, got a draw in his original one of the fights, came back, beat the guy for the title. Before that, lost to Roy for the title. He seen James Tony eat. I still got the safety glass on my head. He seen James Tony eat. I'm not trying to think about all the guys he seen really eat, bro. Um, Man, man, he seen De La Hoya, Trinidad, which he ended up beating those guys. Man, he seen so many people eat the Klitschko's, and really, he didn't really start to get his just due really until he beat Tarver, bro. When he beat Tarver. He got people who say, the Jermaine Taylor fights could have went either way. So, yeah, that was crazy, bro. And he got his pad flowers, moved up to 75, fought Tarver. Had a war with John Pascal, do the Kelly Pavlik fight, then you had the Kawasaki fight, which a lot of people think he won that fight. He had a lot of fights that a lot of people think he won. Jermaine Ortiz not Jermaine Taylor. Yeah, shit was crazy, bro. Real crazy. But, T.O. got to understand, you just got to wait your turn. And just because you think your turn is now, trust me, just because you think your turn is now, it ain't. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for that. Just keep, beating these guys, keep lining them up, and your time will come. If it's not supposed to come, it ain't supposed to come. Ain't nothing you can do about it. But Bob Arum chimed in and said that he can't counsel somebody that don't listen, and said that he crazy for turning down that type of money in a winnable fight versus Devin Haney. Instead, he crying about taking a fight with Boots. That's not as winnable a fight. So he never was planning on fighting Boots. I agree with that theory. I think he never was really, want to fight Devin. He ain't no different than everybody else. But his gripe is that I did more than the majority of these guys, so I should. All these guys, fighting. You see Ryan fight Rolly and get $20 million. He looking at it from a scale of accomplishments. I've accomplished this. I've accomplished this. Ryan ain't done nothing. He just popular, but I'm gonna do a short on this lady talking about the rap game, and she was basically saying that now that it's all about popularity and not about talent no more, and that's a fact. It's all about popularity. It's not about talent. Now, that's why you see everything watered down. It's all about who willing to sell their soul, who can build the biggest following. So T.O. got to understand that's just the scale they going on. Just keep winning. But Bob is right. Like, dude is, he don't think he can. Y'all think it's a winnable fight, but he don't think he can win. He know what happened in those sparring sessions with Devin Haney. He know he can't touch him. That's the problem. He know he can't touch Devin, and that's the problem. He know he struggled with Sandor Martin, and this is why I be talking about these guys that claim they know boxing. This is why you got to learn the game and get your own opinion. He struggled with true athletes. That's why I tell y'all he ain't no great athlete. He struggled with lateral movement. If you don't come towards T.O., no Diddy or no Harvey Weinstein, no Kanye. If you don't walk towards him and he got to come towards you, no Diddy, no Harvey Weinstein, no Kanye. And he had a problem with that. Even with George Camboso, he kept that long stick on him. No Diddy, no Harvey Weinstein, no Kevin Spacey, no Kanye. He couldn't do nothing with you. So if you stay behind the jab, and one thing about Hispanic fighters, I did a video talking about they haven't evolved. They refuse to use the jab. They haven't figured out that, hey, we might need to throw some straight punches. And when you don't use a jab versus a guy like Shakur, versus a guy like Keyshawn, versus a guy like Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? Tank, you've got to use a jab versus him too. You ain't going to beat those guys. You're not going to beat those guys. Versus Devin Haney, he really got a jab. And if you ain't, if you ain't gonna jab him, that's where a lot of people see that Canelo was having a problem with Bud. Everybody, we can start off with the size and all that, but the battle of the jab. If he on jab versus Bud, gonna be hard. He can make that fight harder than it is. If he come out there loading up with his hooks and loading up, bro, if he don't come out there and just try to kill Bud and it become a fight where there's some space between them, and he don't jab and he wind up and throw them shots, he might get beat. He might get beat decisively. He might get knocked out, in my opinion. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. He might get knocked out, but I just, it's a different video for a different day. But yeah, T.O. don't believe it's a winnable fight. I'm going to explain what T.O. want to do. He want to do the Kell Brook, the Mikey Garcia, and what people think Bud doing. He want to jump up a weight class and get a moral victory, what Conor being did, and get a moral victory versus Boots Ennis. That's it. That's all it is. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to notifications. We go live and drop video. Hit the link tree, join the Patreon, X, everything. Appreciate y'all. Peace.